Alright guys, going to be going into the game 2 here. Obviously we have a lot of connection issues this game, so it's not going to be nearly a complete game, but we'll go over. There are still uh, a lot of key points we can go over in the like I don't remember how long the game was. I want to say it was 20 25 minutes or something before we had to call the wraps on it. It might have been even longer. I just can't remember. Um, but this is the power of us having um, a really strong champion pool. We first picked Jace, so he wants to play Nautilus into it. He automatically picks it. And this is why also Mystic, you brought up saying Shen right away. This is why we didn't try to counter it right away because you would have been stuck with Shen in the bottom lane versus Morgana, and there would have been a lot less pressure for you guys when you don't have Flash. And this is something I made the mistake of, but you guys should also be talking. I want you guys to have fun, but when we start the draft and all that, you guys need to be more focused. When we load into the game, you guys should be thinking about level one as well. So they have the crazy level one advantage. I told Peridian to ward the Tribe Bush, but it was probably like right when they were invading. So he ended up making a really nice flash here, but you guys should be thinking about that ahead of time. Going back to this though, this is the strength of having large champion pools. So thank you guys for keep continuing to practice and grow our champion pools here. Um, there was a really good flash Peridian. Um, because we got to counter something from blue side when we normally should not be able to. So it's a really good job. I know it puts you in a early we keep putting you on blue side in a kind of a rough position, Grant, but it's such a hard scaling champ that I'm ultra confident in doing it, and it just put their bottom lane in a really rough spot, especially since we got Central started on the other side, so we get first blood right away. So red side, we will always make sure to get you a counter pick almost every single game, most likely every game, but on blue side it'll probably be more of a flex style that, like I said, we're going to run Rise bottom lane sometimes. We're going to run Rise top lane on Alex as well. So we're just seeing what gets baited out first is what we're going to basically then counter with. So, and this is Alex does a like crazy good job in this matchup, but again, like you get your wave stuck a lot. So you got to make sure we know where the jungler is so you're not trapping yourself. Good job here, Central. We get Scuttle. You guys had priority. You guys talked about making sure you had priority when he was invading that too, so you guys could rotate to him sooner. So good job talking about that stuff all the time. Need to do it more often. Whenever you're invading here too, Central, do you have a ward on you before I say anything? You don't have a ward. You have a sweeper. Good. You could have done the wolves first, and then it's most likely he's not going to show up to the side, and then you could decide if you want to do that, because you can always leave that one wolf there if you don't want to full clear it, just to kind of fucking put him behind even further. So just consider that, like if you know you have priority in the bot lane, that you can do that. I have no idea what this chick flashed on you here too. I know you and Central both were like, what the fuck? But Ocean's the first dragon. This is the game where we easily could have done dragon early, especially with how weak the Nautilus is in comparison to Alex's game. Because, like I said, we baited out this pick by having a strong champion pool here, and we baited out the pick really hard by our draft in the first game because we banned Jace out specifically because their top laner is the only one that plays it on their team. And then when we first pick it, they automatically assume, oh, it's going top lane now. So this is the strength of our drafts right now, and we're going to keep getting even better and better with that. And you guys really need to start letting Central, you, like he's coming. Let him fucking set this gank up. Why are you guys running at them already? Look at him. This is two scrims in a row now. You guys are going way too early. Look at this, the easiest double kill in the world. If you guys just wait. You got good poke down. Just fucking chill. He can fucking hop over this wall and then start. You guys automatically get one kill at least. I think you still end up getting one, but it's just way harder than it needs to be. Yeah. You could have got 2 kills there if you guys just would have chilled out. But you guys, like, as soon as you got the poke on him, you guys were just like, let's go. But Central, look at your mini map. Central's right there. That's also a good point too. Is you guys probably don't know where he was at the time, but luckily you guys have a really good vision right now. So you know he's not there unless he's running down through lane, which wouldn't make much sense. This is where Alex just starts dumpstering him. Boom. Good job, Alex. So again, this is the stage of the game too. We're already 2-0 in the bot lane, 1-0 in the jungle. We should start talking about Dragon, especially since we have TP on Alex. He could TP down to us if he needs to. This is super early in the game. You guys should be talking about your back timings and then doing Dragon earlier. Especially since Ocean's really good on Ryze and Jace. Alex, you could be starting this conversation right now too, since you're going back right now. This is on the whole team here talking about Dragon because of how strong we are. It's funny that you didn't heal and it cost Central his life, but I'm pretty sure you would have died if you healed because you got ignited on that fight there. So this is us forcing way on their side of the lane as well. If we just bring them out into the open where we can see Nico ahead of time too, we're just destroy them at this point in the game. It's just forcing when we should be setting up for objectives right there. Because if they come, we're just going to slaughter them. They'll most likely not even contest the dragon at this point too. And this is also, you could be looking to make a play with your alts right now, Grant. I know you want to get plates and everything, but you could easily be rotating out of pitcher to go alt bottom lane or even go top lane right now. Because you just need to look at the waves in lane. Bottom lane is easy, so you should be rotating to bottom. You only have 600. Yeah, you should be easily just. I know you want blue buff right here, but you should easily be rotating down the bottom and making a play too. So we get the blue because we have vision down there. So that's just map awareness by Pridian. That's good. See the jungler on the top side. We know he has to go back. This is what I was referring to right there. If he did this more to you, Alex, you actually would lose the trades. He just shielded your entire damage there. So now Dragon's still up. We're still stronger in the bottom and bot lane and jungle 3 versus 3. We're a little bit weaker in from mid lane, but we should know the Pop Blossom's not back up yet by Nico, so we should again be forcing Dragon right now. There's like 2 or 3 times in this game we should have easily been looking to do that. And then this is also another game, like we could talk about Herald right now. Pridian easily can just farm from super far away on Jace, so we could be getting Herald really early in this game too. Like I mentioned, there's going to be times in the game where you guys, why are you running that way though? Central's here in lane. You should be baiting them towards Central. Like this doesn't make any sense. You have pink ward here. If you're gonna get snared, snare this way. So they want to try to all in you and then fucking Central shows up. Like you're taking him away from Central. So we lost any bit of our advantage there. You guys have to learn how to bait better with Central. And that fail Q from Pretty in there, but luckily he's already a monster, so it didn't matter. But again, objective, we should be talking about back timings right now and doing Herald. We should be talking about Dragon. We have 3.5 minutes worth of objectives that we should have been taking by now. Yeah, I don't. Alright, let's go back and watch this too. Because I'm pretty sure you said you didn't need to flash there, which I agree with. But if you're in the matchup where you can roam a lot easier because of your ult, like it's fine if you let her shove into you first, because you can still spam afterwards and then rotate with your ult. Like you don't have to be putting yourself in a bad spot. And you should know right now at this point, I'm pretty sure you even announced it in the game, you're a lot weaker than her. She has 2 kills, a completed item, and boots. You just have Tear and a tome. Like there's no world where you should be on this side of the lane being the aggressor. I know that you're a better player, but this is just foolish. This also is another opportunity. As soon as we see the Kazakhs, where like you should never be advancing here. As soon as we see the Kazakhs, though, we should be. Alex could be teleporting. This is how poorly we do of even thinking about teleport right now. You could have been going back. You don't have a lot of mana, but you're still going to turn this fight for us. So Puppet would die, or he would flash towards Central, because Central would be coming from the mid lane at this point, and you would be teleporting basically either here or here. This one obviously would be better, because this pop blossom will finish by the time you teleport, so you'll be perfectly safe. But you guys really need to look into this. Grant, you shouldn't be in this position. You're a lot weaker than her, so you should not be advancing. If you're going to fast shove on her, it's perfectly fine. Fast shove and then look to go make a play with your ult. Like you could easily go turret dive fucking Nautilus with Alex. He has ult and everything right now. And then Central, even bigger point, Central's right here, so you can just tell him, Central, cover mid, I'm going to go roam top. And then boom, we have all the wave management covered. So you guys got to look at more making plays across map when we're able to. Especially if you're in a matchup where you don't win the 1v1, you still make a big impact by rotating to another lane. You don't win the 1v1 for a long time. And this is also mid lane just died. We're crazy strong in the bot lane and the jungle, but we have literally no vision anywhere. Like we have this ward which doesn't do anything at all for us, and this ward. So we have no part of this jungle covered. So they get to just roam down on us, which is, it's Nico from the mid lane. It's just another careless death. Like there's no reason for that death ever. Look how much damage Purdian doing too. Just one fucking blast and she's already that low. That's why this game should have been like incredibly easy for you. Morgana did flash there, by the way. That death is just, it's gonna happen. There's nothing you can do about that one. There's always parts in the game where you guys are gonna die, and it's just part of the game. It's not a big deal. This is when we're 13 minutes now. Now we're finally moving for the Herald. Luckily we get 2 kills in a row here, because This is exactly why I tell you guys to do this. There's no way Kazakh goes on Central here if he knows that Mystic's here. This is exactly what we try to do, the surprise element of fucking having the extra person here. Very good alt and bubble. 2 free kills. Because A, the guy overstayed, and then B, you rotated for Herald. This is what I tell you guys all the time. The point of doing this is because it creates the surprise element of having the extra man in a fight. So if they want to contest Herald and they get it, cool. We're probably going to kill 3 people and probably only lose 1 if we fight it properly. And Purdian's extremely safe still. He's up 14 CS. He's got 5 kills. If he misses a few minions right now, it doesn't matter. And again, so the first dragon 100% should have been ours. They get it. So we get the Herald, which is great, but this dragon should have been ours at like 7 or 8 minutes. So 6 minutes ago should have been ours. A good job recognizing Central that the jungler's down there, so you just pop the Herald. You guys could actually clear one more wave and then go deny jungle right now too. But it was a good response to them getting dragon. So now we know we just showed top lane. They were just on bottom lane. I don't remember this part. Well, we should know not to be aggressive right now in the bottom lane. 100%. And I think you saw him already. Am I wrong? Let's go to our vision actually. Okay, you didn't see him, so I was wondering why you ulted straight here. So your ult was fine. But you did mention you should have flashed, and you 100% should have flashed. No hesitations, remember? But remember, we talk about all the time, if we're doing something on one side of the map and we don't know where the jungler is, expect them to be on the opposite side. Same thing goes for whenever they make a play on one side of the map. We need to look to make a play, even if it's just vision on the other side of the jungle, denying the jungle camps, or ganking or setting up a play, a future play with like TP. So look at our vision on top side right now. This is pretty good. So Alex is safe unless he comes through this way, but we have the pink there, so he's completely safe right now. This is really good vision right here. So Alex can be fairly aggressive right now. TP play. I think this ward would have been better to TP to. Nah, I guess that one's fine, but we're just kind of scattered. I think we probably went too early before the whole team could get here. We could have looked to like set it up with the Rise ult. So the whole transition of this probably wouldn't even be a fight. They probably just got the turret and left. Because you have this wave coming at you too that you should really think about getting here. Because of the reason why I'm saying this TP play isn't as good is you need to have already communicated with Grant that you're doing this, so he can ult down the lane with you. Then it makes 100% sense. But this is where a miscommunication is. So if you're TPing and he's ulting at the same time, so he ults like fucking right around here, and you're TPing there, then this makes 100% sense because you're gonna kill their whole team. You're gonna kill 3 for 1 probably. But see, he was going one way and then he's coming back. And you should have ulted. But this is probably due to us not talking about making a play with it. If we would have talked about it ahead of time, it would have made more sense. Yep, just switch focus. Good. I believe you guys get this as well, so good job. It could have been that 3 versus 3 fight should have happened earlier, and it would have been cleaner too. But this is where you guys got to communicate if you're going to do something ahead of time. Like you usually get 10 to 15-second windows where you can just go, Alex, can you TP? And then he just responds. Like you can just, when we get to the conversation tree, when I finalize like the things, it's just going to be something calling out for TP. I'm trying to figure out how to word it. So you're asking him to TP to the bot lane, but that's the struggle. Like that's just a death that's going to happen from Mystic there. They have vision control and they're throwing that over. So we have no, I don't know why you're there, Alex. I was just about to say we have no wave management in top lane right now. And you're standing right next to where he just died. Another death that we didn't need to have happen. Sometimes they're just going to get shit and we just have to give it. We don't want to give them extra things as well. Dragon's up in a minute. We have TP on Grant. Grant should be going top to take care of wave management, and he can TP down to the dragon when we fight. See, Nico's doing sort of the same thing. Her TP's up a lot sooner than Nautilus, so she went up there. I have Fog of War on that, sorry. So now Alex is up there. Nautilus is showing bot lane right now too. So no matter what, there is a good chance we're 5 versus 4 here. This is why you guys got to talk about TP. There's a good chance. Good bubble. Luckily they just gave us a kill for free. 2 kills for free. Alex goes for a pull here, and you should have just left at this point. Yeah, I'm fairly sure you would have died anyway, but you should have just left. She's really strong right now. I know you're really strong too, but we're making a play on the other side of the map, remember. So we're still, like we're pretty much even mid lane right now, probably a little bit behind because of all those assists. Yeah, we're 1,400 behind. Jungle, we have a 1,600 gold lead. We have almost, we have a 1,700 gold lead in the, is it 1,700? Am I really bad at math right now? Yeah, it's 1,700. 17 top lane, down 14 mid, up 15, down 8. So we're up. Why am I doing math? It's up top. We're up 2.5K right now, but we're only really losing in the mid lane of all the roles. That is like heavily impactful. So now Dragon is down. We have no immediate objectives up. So this is when we should start talking about the 1-3-1 though. This is when the part of the game, this is part of the tree. Once we get to 20-minute plus mark is when you guys are gonna, it's the part of the tree I haven't even talked about on the conversation tree, is this is when you guys are gonna start needing to always think about your win conditions and their win conditions. So their clear win condition right now is through their big crowd control chain, Nautilus, Nico, and Morgana. So you guys have a really strong opportunity to split them up. They actually have a pretty good split pushing team as well. Kha'Zix and Nico can split, But if they do that, then your 3-man group is going to shit all over their 3-man group because of how strong Jace is. So if we have Grant and Alex in side lanes and the three of you in the mid lane and they match, you guys are going to absolutely win the 3-man group like hard because of the poke that Peridian can do. And then the other 2 lanes literally don't have to do anything. They're already getting strong enough where they can like I'm fairly certain that Alex still beats Kha'Zix 1v1 like hard, and then it's probably really close right now. I think Grant actually beats Nico at this point too, as long as he doesn't get murdered by her ultimate without him having like Seraphs like that right there basically. He had a flash out of it. That was a close battle. So again, this is a mistake by you, Alex. You should just continue to keep pushing, or you should start rotating back to push as soon as you see we trade 1 for 1 there, because you have teleport coming up in like 5 seconds. So you should be hard shoving the fucking bottom, because you can always TP back to them, or you can just rotate mid and hard shove mid. And if they want to fucking dick around, then that's fine. Pretty sure you end up getting a good flank here, but the easier, like just the simple play would have been you just hammering on the bottom turret, and then we just poke them if they try to do Baron, and they can't do anything. So they get a return kill. But all you have to do in that communication, Alex, is just say, are you guys fine in the 4 versus 4 once they trade the kill back? When they die 0 for 1, then it's perfectly fine for you to rotate. When they trade 1 back, you need to just immediately communicate. Are you guys fine in the 4 versus 4? If they say yes, tell them you're just going to push for the tier 2 turret, and then they know now to just poke basically, not try to force on them or anything. Because if one of them backs up and goes to you now, they have to recall to get to you, and then we get all the vision control back on Baron, and we just get small objective wins like that. And I believe we start having lag issues, but I don't remember how the this is where he fucks up his dredge line and you just poop in his mouth. So now we have all the pressure in the world again. This is the same communication I was just talking about. You guys don't need to do anything now. You just let Alex push. You shove in your mid lane and rotate the Baron posturing, so they rotate someone to answer Alex now. They have to, or he's going to get a free tier 2 turret. See, we have an easy tier 2 turret on bottom side for free because we got a free kill. And if they rotate away from it, it has to be Nico, so she can TP back to them. If they send anyone but Nico, now we're 5 versus 3 at Baron Pit. Because he had TP, but we just made him use it. But you guys do a really good job in this fight of actually like peeling out. The healing on Darius is fucking disgusting. You guys did a good job of actually peeling out here. But again, you need to talk about what your smite number is too. For all these things, so these guys know, like that Veigar game where it bursted from like 2500 to 600, you said you guys can communicate when you're bursting kind of thing, so it's not, you don't make central job a fucking nightmare. Good job peeling off and getting, you didn't have to get the Baron there, just posturing. But it would have been a lot simpler if you guys just let Alex push that lane, because they have to answer to him, and then you can posture and then TP with him after. So same thing again. You guys just saw Alex kill fucking Nautilus easily. Why are we not putting him in the side lane right now? I know he doesn't have TP, but who gives a shit? You guys can literally just posture as a 4-man group and even use Grant's ult to like move somewhere for macro, and just let him 1v1, because he just shits on that guy hard right now. And if you don't hit that ward, they don't know where you're at, by the way. So this is just wasted time right now. Bottom wave, the wave management wasn't taken care of. This is where he DCs, I'm pretty sure, like right around this area. So this is just a mistake though, like this is where you guys need to recognize your team strengths earlier though. Like I typed to Peridian during game, just fucking poke. You can split them up though too, because their strongest members is Kha'Zix and Nico, I believe. Yeah. If you split them up, your 3-man group just shits on them. And then we're engaging really far apart from each other. This is where Mystic DC's in a bush, I believe. Yeah. So this is what I was referring to about you guys have like a 6.5K gold lead, a little less than that. You guys would make the game hard on yourself because you're not looking at what your actual team comp is really strong at doing. Your 5 vs 5 is strong, but your 1-3-1 is insane. Like it is absolutely absurd. But that's a strategy we rarely do. So, but you guys just gotta grow into looking at like strengths of team compositions and things of that nature. But we need to be on the ball with our wave management more often. Because again, Alex is rotating up. Look at the bottom wave. You guys can just chill out while he's grabbing the wave. But he's just wasting time mid lane now. Their strength is that 3-man chain of CC, where it starts with Nautilus or Morg, and then it chains into the other one plus Nico. That's why splitting them up this game would have been unbelievably powerful. Why are we just running at the bush like that? Did he Zhonya's before his ult went off, so it didn't jump up? I didn't even notice that during the game. It still stuns, okay. I thought for some reason it canceled the stun though, the way the animation went. So this is exactly where we lose the fight. If you just stay in the back and just hammer on them pretty, and we win this fight still. Or okay, not that part. The next part is I forgot. This is where. But like, why are we over the wall like that too, Grant? Why aren't we in the fight? You're just over that wall for like 20 seconds. This is where we lose the fight. But you should be like coming around this way or something to help the team out here instead of just standing on the wall. I know you hit someone, but you do a fucking crazy amount of damage at this point in the game. You should be over helping out. This is where you actually DC though, and this is where the game ends. You DC right there. You're flexing on him like a fucking beast. Look at that. Just standing out there with your red dick. Like, yo, what up? And then you come back and you die. I'm fairly certain as long as we could delay their Baron push, we would have won as well. Because I got to talk to you guys about doing a 1-3-1 and everything along those lines. But we had like a 7K plus gold lead that we really let them break down back to even after the Baron. So we made a ton of mistakes. The biggest part of that is just realizing what our win conditions are, what their strengths are. Look at that. It was at 88. Yeah, once you threw your ult too, you could have just left. There's nothing else you can do besides that. But that's where it comes down to. This is how a lot of teams throw leads, is because they just are pretty cocky at this point, knowing that they're strong, and then they don't like actually abuse their win conditions or play to them. Like look how strong Peridian is in this game. You could literally just be raining down his orbs like forever on these guys, and they would be forced to try to make a play onto you guys, and then you guys would just counter with fucking Nami alt. As literally, as soon as they try to engage, we get a good Nami alt after they're already poked down. They're just dead. So you guys got to just do a better job of slowing down like that. Thinking about wave management, thinking about how you can use your TP, or if we get an advantage where we need to actually be moving around on the map. Um, because this is like a 7+ K gold lead that we threw. Like I'm still certain that we had the upper hand in winning this game, but the fact that we did that is just clear that we made way too many mistakes. So we got to start cleaning this stuff up, because if we lose that game in an actual match, that could tilt us going into game 3 hardcore. So just little things that we keep forgetting to talk about or just do. You guys need to really get that under wraps so it becomes a good habit too. So good job overall tonight though, but we do need to clean up some of those bad habits, whether it's individually or shot calling or macro plays and things of that nature. So